Hello everyone, and welcome to this video, guided reading of True Old English Part 5, or Ģelēded, rāding, sōþes, Ealdenglisc, Dēl Fīf. Now, this video, unlike the last one, will be a short video. The last one was like 30 odd minutes or something. Okay, but we're going to have a look at something which will strike people new to Old English as odd, and we don't quite see this sort of way of speaking in modern English. We do in a way, but just when you first encounter this in Old English, it looks a bit odd. It makes the language look strange and foreign, or contributes to that feel. So in this video, we explore one of the most fascinating features of Old English sentence structure, how the language expresses feelings and perception. Using the example, me līcaþ hit, we uncover why Old English does not say, I like it, but instead structures the thought as, it pleases me. Which it pleases me is not that odd in modern English. But generally, we would just say, I like it, or it, or, you know what I mean? The session, we talk about our feelings, we would say, I like it. It pleases me sounds a bit stilted. Or might do, might not. This session takes us deeper into how Old English conceives experience. Well, isn't that the core of life, experience, how we perceive it? Often placing the experiencer in the dative rather than as the grammatical subject. Okay. In Old English, I, ich, is in the nominative, but here, me, me, is in the dative. Okay, we'll see what that is. By breaking the sentence down step by step, we see how case, verb agreement, and word order work together to reflect meaning. I'm not asking you to memorize any of this, so please just be aware of it. That's all you need to do at this stage. If you've ever wondered why emotions in Old English seem to happen to someone rather than be something they actively do, this lesson will make that structure clear and intuitive. All right, so maybe I can move that there, and I think I will remove that distraction. So how do we translate me līcaþ hit? Right, the correct modern English translation is I like it. Now the grammatical breakdown here is me, which is the dative singular of ich or I. To me is how you would translate it to modern English. Remember, me is me, but in translating it, you put, as a rule, when you translate from Old English to modern English, when you translate dative words, you put a preposition in front. And generally, in a situation like this, it's to me. Līcaþ, third person singular of līcian, to please, to like. Hit is the nominative singular neuter. Now, hit is nominative singular, meaning the subject. Okay, just as here, I is the subject, like is the verb, and it is the object. Literally, it pleases me. Okay, to please, it. Okay, may. Now, the subject in this sentence here, the subject is I. But here, the subject is the object. It's the other way around. Okay, and the dative is me. And there's a reason for that, and we'll see. Okay, because the dative tends to be the recipient of the action, the reason the action's done, or some sort of action is done. And you'll see that shortly. So, Old English often expresses liking this way, with the experiencer in the dative rather than as the subject. Whereas in modern English, the person experiencing it or expressing that or taking part of that is the subject. I subject. Okay, here we go. All right, so sentence structure. So a common sentence structure contains a subject, verb, direct object, and an indirect object. Okay, and I'll explain all of what they are, all right, very shortly. They're just color-coded for you. So the subject in red, verb in black, bold, direct object in blue, and the indirect object in green. So the subject is who or what is completing the action of the sentence. Okay, the verb is the action itself being performed. The direct object is who or what is connected with the action of the verb. And the indirect object is to who or what is the action done for, the experiencer. Okay, so John kicked the football to Sarah. So John is the subject. The sentence is what John did. He kicked, that's the verb, he kicked. The football is the direct object because it's the football that's connected with the action of the verb. And what's all this done for? What is John doing this kicking of a football for? He's doing it for Sarah, or to Sarah. All right? So in Old English, that would be Johannes shared that football to Sarah. Okay? Shared is a shoot, kick, push. Shoot, kick, push, give impetus to movement. All right? Shared, as in shoot a bow. Johannes, probably a fricative sound with the H there. Johannes shared that football to Sarah. Okay, so Johannes is in the nominative. He is the subject. Shared is the conjugated verb. He, third person, present tense, singular. That football, so that is neuter, but this is the accusative. It's the direct object is always in the accusative, and the indirect object is always in the dative. So Sarah is the experiencer of all this. So she is to whom the ball is kicked. She is in the dative. Okay, and the to, the preposition there, gives you a hint that this is in the dative. If modern English had dative, the to Sarah, to would indicate that Sarah's in the dative. All right, let's move on. So why does may līcaþ translate to it pleases me? So that's the point we want to get at. Okay, because līcaþ belongs to a class of Old English verbs that express experience or perception, pleases, likes, not action. You experience pleasure, you like something, it's an experience. It's not an action, it's not like throwing a ball. Right, the grammar reflects how the idea is conceived, not how we phrase it in modern English. All right, so remember, we're talking about experience now, okay? Let's unpack may līcaþ hit step by step for the underlying structure. So Old English does not say I like X. It says X is pleasing to me, okay? And then it's going to shove X into the dative, okay? Because it's the recipient of something. It's experiencing this like or pleasure or pleases. All right, here we go. So the sentence is built like this. Hit, nominative subject. It is the subject. Līcaþ is pleasing. May, the dative experiencer, to me. Hence, may līcaþ hit, it pleases me. All right? Or to me is pleasing it. If we were to do it literally, may līcaþ hit would be to me is pleasing it, or simply it pleases me. Modern English later reanalyzed this structure into I like it. Why the dative may? In Old English, the person who feels something is often treated as an indirect participant, like Sarah receiving the ball that was kicked by John. Okay, not an agent. Sarah is not the agent here, John is. Okay, or the agent of the action is John. All right, so the thing causes the feeling, nominative. The person receives the feeling, dative. Okay, this is called a dative experiencer construction. Sorry about the jargon there, but anyway. You see the same pattern with other verbs, right? Me thunktha hit gold. It seems good to me. It, good, seems to me, or to me, seems it good. Now, to me, seems it good is not out of the bounds of being understood in modern English. You could understand what I'm saying if I said that. It sounds a bit stilted and odd. But you could do it, but we don't. Okay, so may thúnc hit gold. It seems good to me. Him off Horeowa thus. He felt pity for that, right? Felt pity that, thus, that, the, right? Him līcaþ that leoth, they like the song. It could also be him is they, it's the plural, līcaþ, okay, it indicates that leoth, okay, him līcaþ that leoth. All right. What else is there? They like the song. Okay, next one. Okay, why līcaþ is third person singular? Because the subject is it, not may, me. Old English verb agreement always follows the grammatical subject, okay? Not the logical experiencer. So hit, third person singular, okay? Therefore, līcaþ, not līca or līcost, okay? Not in the plural. Okay, now so it's this, the verb is chosen according to the subject, and the subject here is it. Okay, therefore līcaþ, not līca or līcost. Okay, which when you're talking about me, that would be more appropriate. But I would be more appropriate. I like it. Okay, I in the nominative, and then you pick līca, hit. Okay, literal versus idiomatic meaning. So Old English may līcaþ hit, it pleases me, or in modern English, I like it. Nothing is missing. The sentence is complete and fully grammatical. It's just that the verb has to agree with the subject, not with the dative. Okay, so this construction shows that Old English often encodes psychological states impersonally. That's why it looks funny to us. Prefers non-agentive structures, so passive structures for feelings. Treats the emotions as things that happen to you, not actions you perform. John kicked the football to Sarah. John is a subject, kicked is the verb. The football is the direct object. It's the object connected with the verb. And then the indirect object is the recipient of all this action, which is Sarah, so told to Sarah. Johannes shared at football to Saren. Okay, so in short, may līcaþ hit has this form because līcin means to please. The experiencer takes the dative. Other way around, if modern English had different declensions and so on, was inflected, you would have this as the subject, as a nominative, but not in Old English. The thing liked is the subject. The verb agrees with hit, which is the subject, not with the experiencer may. And that is exactly how Old English expects it to work. So when you see things like may līcaþ hit, don't be troubled by it. It's just a slightly different way of saying what you probably can work out to be as, to me is pleasing it, or it is pleasing to me. All right, I think we go there. That's it, and put this on back now. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate that. Please push the like button and subscribe if you will. It would greatly help this channel. And once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this series. Ichem fara lokende to yesayone eoela on thara niechstan. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Niechstan, next one. Okay, you plural, all in the next one. Okay, to see. To yesayone. Okay, expressing purpose. Thank you very much again. Take care wherever you are in the world. I wish you well. Keep learning, keep developing. Learning is very important. Keep growing. Never stop learning in everything in life. And I shall see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Take care for now, and bye.